Welcome, welcome. Please drop in the chat where you are from so we can welcome you. We are going to get started with your Riman orientation. I'm so excited to welcome you today. Congratulations on making this decision to start your Riman business. The sky is the limit here. I have seen it for myself. I believe it absolutely for you. That's the beauty of this business is you can do whatever it is you want to do. I see some people from Hawaii, aloha. That's also where I am from. A little bit about me so that we are not complete strangers. My name is Jackie Hardy. I'm a team leader from Hawaii, and my background is in teaching. It's my pleasure to be one of your guest speakers tonight. Uh-oh. Let's see. Sorry, let me just check some settings. Maybe Scott. Okay, so I'm one of your guest speakers tonight. Before we go any further, I would love to check in with you. Would you mind dropping in the chat one word that describes how you're feeling right now? So if you're feeling nervous, type that in. Excited, curious, hopeful. Just type that in the chat. I'd love to know everybody's vibe tonight. I hope everybody, oh yes, that's that hype. Okay, awesome. So if you're not excited yet, I promise you with our lineup by the end of tonight, you will be. So I have a confession to make. When I first started, I had no idea what I was doing with Riman, like none whatsoever. I just started doing one thing after another, and things just kind of snowballed and became this huge, beautiful mess. So, my advice I want you guys to have tonight is to do it messy. Don't be afraid of just getting into it and just doing it. You do not need to be an expert at all. In fact, you can keep coming back to these orientations every week. We encourage you to do that. You'll learn something new each time because each presenter shares just a little bit differently. So tonight, I'm going to be sharing some important information for our new planners. Let me see if I can share our screen. I am hoping you guys can see this because I cannot see you guys anymore. All right, I'm sure someone will text me if they can't see it. All right, so here is today's agenda. We're of course welcoming you to Riman. We're going to share our support system with you that we have here, how to launch your business successfully, and then share some exciting announcements that are designed to help grow your business. All right, so before we get into that, let's take a little trip to the past so you guys can understand the Riman story. I know when I first heard about Riman, I was actually, my background's in teaching, and I was tutoring after school to make up for lost income. And at the same time, I was struggling from melasma. I don't know if anyone has heard of that before. If you have heard about it before, put a Y in the chat. And nothing was working. And my girlfriend told me about what seemed too good to be true at the time about a clean K beauty brand that came with an opportunity that pretty much guaranteed results. I saw one person's before and after of her melasma transformation, and I tried it for myself. I saw and felt results within 24 hours. And then I just started sharing with people, and my business just grew from there. Our team is on over 400 planners right now, I think 1,500 customers. And I share this with you so that you guys can see what's possible for you too. So, let's get into our story. So we were established. Well, first of all, Riman stands for rebirth. Okay. And it's my hope tonight that you will, in a sense, experience a rebirth in your life through the business and products that Riman has to offer. We were established in Korea 2018. So only how 6 years ago, 8 years ago, my math. I only taught up to second grade, okay? And that's why. And in just a few years, we sold over 2.5 billion in revenue. Most Fortune 500 companies, I learned this recently, it takes them over 5 years to make their first billion. Apple took 4.5 years, Netflix took 5 years, and here we are, $1 billion company in just a few short years. So Rimmon became the #1 rated K-beauty brand in Korea, competing with thousands of other skincare brands in Korea. Can you imagine how competitive that market is? And keep in mind that we accomplished that before we even went global. That's crazy. So we sold 40 million bottles of our dermatology cream. And if you aren't familiar with the size of South Korea, it's actually a very small country, about the size of Illinois, with 50 million people. So that's really, really impressive. Then, of course, as you guys know, we launched into North America. Thank you, Korea, for sharing your secrets with us. And we've been expanding globally ever since. And what's cool for you is that because you're a planner with Riman, you can do business in any of the countries that we're in currently and the ones that we expand into. So if you have a friend in Japan, they can be your customer or planner right now. That's so exciting because you that just means you've joined exactly at the right time. Okay, so, oh, sorry. So at Remon, we like to rethink, reimagine, and redefine everything you ever thought you knew about beauty and business. From our philosophy to our products and pricing to our compensation plan and the heartbeat of our company, which is the people I like to call our Remon fam. All right. So next up, I'm going to talk about our support system. All right. So your first step is to go to Remon.com. With your annual $20 planner fee, you get your very own website. This is where you're going to enroll new products. I'm sorry, new customers, new distributors. This is where you're going to manage your business. And this website also has a ton of links for you to access even more tools and resources. One of those being your back office. So you're going to click on business. Just have a look at the photos on the screen here and then go to My Office. It'll prompt you to log in with the username and password you created when you signed up. Then your business snapshot will appear. That's the third picture you see. And this is where you're going to see who's newly enrolled. This is how you're going to track your volume towards your next promotion, track your commission, see your team reports, see how many travel points you need to earn Bahamas, who's going, I want to go, let's all go, and help you track your progress towards a unit level bonus. So make sure to check this daily. All right, there's so much more here. Truth be told, I haven't even seen it all. My best advice is just to go into your office, poke around, and see what's there. So also you will get your own personal mall, which it's basically your own online store already built for you. You're going to find your customer shopping link, your distributor enrollment link, your social sharing link, and my personal favorite, the create a bag link. And this feature allows you to create shopping bags for potential clients. So what's really cool is, as I mentioned, we're expanding into different countries. So you can customize shopping bags for customers anywhere where we are expanded into. So this makes it really easy for them to be able to shop with you. Customization is really simple. It's simple as one, two, three. You create the bag, you enter the title, then you're going to enter in the description. And then below that, you're going to select the country in which your potential client lives. And then after that, you're going to add products to their bag, and then Remon will generate a link for you, which all you have to do is copy and send, and then you're done. And I'm going to share a pro tip with you. Whenever you create a bag, name it specifically after the person you're shopping for. If you already do that right now, give me like the hands up emoji or something in the chat. I can't tell you enough. Like when I have these potential clients, they tell me they love, love, love this little personal touch. All right, so let's talk about the drive. The drive has a lot, you guys. You're going to find this at exploreremon.com. This houses all of your marketing materials in one place. So you're going to find product info, your social media content, order forms for your event, presentations like this one, company videos, and more. And again, I encourage you to explore this website because there is so much there. Oops. Did I talk about the wrong thing? Uh-oh. I hope I talked about the right thing. Anyways, I'm going to move on. And one of the goodies that you're going to find in your drive is this sheet. Okay. It's called the Launching Your Business sheet. This is what it looks like. You can download it and print it. Let's talk about it. I'm going to walk you through just the top portion, which is step one, my business plan. So this is what it looks like. If you have downloaded this already, put a one in the chat. If you're going to do it right after the call, put a two in the chat. I want to see the chat blowing up with either a one or a two. One, you have downloaded it, or two, you're going to as soon as we're done. You have to promise me. All right, so let's walk through step one. So, like all things in life, it's important to begin with the end in mind and have some goals. So, you probably already know this, you probably heard this before, but people who have numerous studies have shown that people who have set clear, well-defined goals are more likely to achieve higher success than people who don't. So I don't know if any of you are natural goal setters. I know that I am because goals gives me action, it gives me purpose, and it gives me momentum. And so every day, just on a personal note, I have this goal to get 12,000 steps in every day. And trust me, there is no way to achieve that goal by accident. I have to plan it out. I have milestones that I track, to track my progress throughout the day. Hit 3K by 9 o'clock, 6K by lunch, 9K by 3, and then 12K by 6. And most days I hit it, and some days I don't. But having the goal pushes me regardless every day to get as close as possible. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that same mindset towards planning out goals for your business that you want to accomplish in your first 3 to 6 months. You might already have ideas, but let me throw some out there just in case you don't. So one could be a certain amount of money that you'd like your first paycheck to be, or your first couple of paychecks to be, or it could be a promotion that you'd like to hit, or maybe even the amount of people you'd like to share this opportunity with. And then you're going to choose your long-term goals. And that's something that you want to achieve in 2 to 5 years. So this could be hitting director, visiting Jeju Island. Okay, those two are my personal long-term goals. But it could even be retiring yourself or your spouse from your job or their job, paying off your mortgage, contributing to taking care of your parents. I know that's a big one for me upcoming, or giving back to your church or your community. And I want to give you the advice to set your goals high. I think sometimes, especially in the beginning of trying something new, people tend to set their goals low because they want to play it safe just in case they don't hit it. But I want you to know that it's better to aim high and miss than to aim low and hit. I'll say it again. This is not my words. This is Les Brown, okay? It's better to aim high and miss than to aim low and hit. So on the days I get 11,000 steps instead of 12,000 steps, I'm not crying. I'm not sad because I know 11,000 is better than sitting on my behind and getting zero done that day. Plus, it motivates me to just keep trying again the next day and the day after that. And then lastly, on the right-hand column of this form, you're going to see something called your why. So this is a key that I think so many new planners miss, or people who are new to having a business might miss. When you have a strong why, your strong driving force, um, your reason, oh, excuse me, why you've said yes on the days that are hard, and there will be days that are hard. On the days that you feel like quitting, you won't. You'll keep going. So just always remember, it's just one foot in front of the other. I think people just see this big, huge thing and they just get overwhelmed. But really, if you just think about it as, I like to call it, like collecting your small steps, that's what's going to lead you to confidence and ultimately move you forward in this business. So the difference between those who have had success here at Riman and those who don't is that the successful ones, they keep going. They don't quit. And you will be successful as long as you don't quit. Okay. And if that ends up being a lie, then come back and tell me and I'll treat you to, I don't know, an ice cream at the next convention. Anyway, okay. Plus, one thing that I think a lot of people miss is they forget that this is supposed to be fun. This business is so much fun. If you're not having fun, we need to talk. Okay, this is your business. Make it fun. Do it with people who are fun. Enjoy it. No one quits what they love, right? No one quits what they love doing. And speaking of things that I love doing, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our team's newest team leader. Hold on, I have to stop sharing this. She is the fifth team leader that our team has promoted. She's up in Sacramento. She hit team leader yesterday, you guys. So let's show her some love in the chat. Her name is Teresa. She's been with Riman for 6 months. I hope I got that right. She's a mom, wife, entrepreneur, event planner. She pretty much does it all. And she, no matter what, always leads with purpose, pouring into her passions, which is her faith, her community, wellness, business. And she's built everything by just being herself, authentic. So, Teresa, congratulations again on your huge accomplishment. We're so excited to hear your story and testimony tonight. Teresa, take it away.
Thank you so much, Jackie. Jackie's amazing. She's been here supporting and cheering me on since I started, and I'm just so grateful for your leadership and guidance. So, hey everyone, I'm Teresa from Riman DBK Sacramento. Last year, I was in a season where I've become really intentional about the choices I make, skincare being one of them. So I'm really big on prevention, and I didn't want to wait to fix things later. I wanted to support my skin now. So that's what led me to K Beauty because what I was using before just wasn't giving me that long-term support. So I was introduced to Riman through my cousin Desiree. And I remember hanging out with her one day and just looking at her skin and literally asking her, okay, wait, what are you doing to your skin? Because it just looked so healthy. So, of course, I had to try it, and honestly, I didn't just see results, I felt them. My skin started to feel more hydrated, balanced, less dull from like all the screen time between my corporate work and my passion businesses, and overall just more healthy and glowing. And I also felt a lot more confident just wearing my skin. And a couple weeks in, 4 days after my 42nd birthday in November last year, I felt led to start sharing it. So I didn't really know what that journey would look like, but I knew I wanted to serve others by sharing what was genuinely working for me. And the brand's vision, it aligned with my lifestyle of being made different because we're all set apart and we're all made with a purpose, just like our Rimmon products. So hosting K pop-ups has been one of the biggest and most fun parts of this journey for me. Karen was actually at my very first K pop-up to start the new year, I think this past January, and we had a great time. It was such a great time and it was such a surprise because from that first K pop up, I had 7 women link arms with me who attended. And y'all, not gonna lie, I was overwhelmed. I think I came to Desiree a couple days later. I was like, can I do this? I don't know. But because, yeah, I was just so overwhelmed because I didn't originally plan on building a team. But once again, I felt led. So this leads me to community. And this part I really, really love. I joined not realizing I was actually stepping into something so special. I started on an amazing team, and now I'm building a team that also glows with purpose. And what formed is a sisterhood. We're growing stronger physically by working out together, spiritually by pouring into each other, mentally by, building each other up when we need it, and in the business, we're also growing together. So we constantly, like I said, pour into one another, we celebrate each other's wins. And one of our favorite parts is serving our customers with care and intention in their wellness journeys. And of course, the best part is seeing their results. So it's a community that I didn't know I needed, but y'all, God did. And He always comes through with what you need. So it's also been such a blessing for my family financially as we work through paying off some of our recent home renovations and, of course, supporting all our kids in their activities. And we know these kids have so much going on. So what means even more to me is seeing my family actually in it with me. So they're showing up at my K pop-ups. My daughter's asking me, when is your next one, Mom? I want to come and help you. They're cheering me on and they're literally walking this journey with me. And y'all, I really see God's hand in all of it. He's providing, he's aligning, and he's opening doors that I never could have seen for myself. I didn't join knowing the path, but I just keep saying yes and continuing to move forward with purpose. Because you guys, I did not expect, and I'm still so surprised that I hit team leader yesterday. And in the beginning, I didn't even think that was a goal. But like Jackie said, reach for the stars because you never know. It's God actually leading you. It's not all on you. So that's my story. And now I want to introduce the person who shared Riman with me. She's someone I've always looked up to. She's thoughtful, driven, and inspiring. What I admire most is how she pours into others and shines her light, whether it be in her classroom, in the stands cheering for her family, or in building this business. So I'm so grateful for her leadership, the path she's paving for us, and her heart, my cousin Desiree Lisario.
Oh my gosh, how can I follow that? I'm over here like I don't even know, guys. It's a gift.
Hmm.
Okay? This business, Teresa, you're a gift. And I'm so okay,
Aw.
y'all, this is crazy.
No, and I'm so grateful you shared this gift with me. And that's why we're in this, y'all. We're sharing this gift with as many people as we can.
I'm so proud of you. So proud of you, you guys. Yeah, I'm so excited for Teresa. I absolutely love, yeah, Angelica, we're all cutting onions here. I just love watching her Riemann journey unfold. She leads with her heart. She's intentional, she's driven, and she's just an amazing person. So anybody that links arms with her, her customers, planners, they're just they're very lucky to work with you. So congratulations. Hi, everybody. My name is Desiree Lisario, and I started Riman in October. And I was at the gym and I was looking at my reflection. I had a barbell on my shoulder. I looked at the reflection and I said, "Ooh, girl, dang, you need some work." And that night, I went home and I started to look into Botox. And I'm not knocking it, okay? But I was looking into it. And so I was on my Instagram and Jackie, who you heard from, she posted, on her stories. And I saw it. She was consistent. She was sharing about this brand and this company, the transformation. And I didn't like it, but I was watching, right? And so eventually I slid in her DMs and I said, all right, girl, I think I'm ready. Like, tell me what it is that you're using. And so that's how my business started. I felt a difference the first day, and then I saw a difference in a week. And the reason why I got started in the business was it was very simple. My daughter was in jiu-jitsu class, and that was $250. Okay. And I said, well, I don't want to dip into her savings. I don't want to touch any of that. I really, as a teacher, it just made sense to make extra money, and that's why I got started in this business. And it has surpassed, it's definitely a blessing. And so I just told myself, like, Des, get started. So let's go ahead and let me share with you how we work this business. Let me share my slide and we are going to be working. All right, you guys. So, as Jackie mentioned, you're launching your business. I'm going to start off with senior manager. All right. For senior manager, um, you know, as I mentioned before, like, whatever it is that your reasons why you get started in this business, always have that in the back of your mind. Okay. The first portion is having your why. So, for this portion here is senior manager game plan. Now, when you get started, you're a planner and your commission is up to 10%, right? Manager, with 3,000 SP, your commission is up to 20%. Now, senior manager, your commission is up to 30%. And when we onboard our planners, we write down their goal dates. All right. With May's Fast Start promotion, if you hit senior manager with 6,000 sales points in 7 days, you will earn a $500 cash bonus or $250 cash bonus if you hit it in 30 days. Now, I recommend you write your own goal date on the line. Now, when we onboard our planners, we do ask them, are you down to walk or are you going to run? And based on what their response is, we will write together, we'll both have this form and we will both write their goal dates. So we're on the same page. But let me tell you, best believe the best date, the date we will put on this is before or within the third month of them starting their business. Okay. So let's keep it moving. So for this slide, how to become a senior manager. I have a very easy question for all of you. Do you want to make a 10% commission or 30% commission? 30% commission. I'd hope that's what you're answering, right? So here's the thing, you could actually buy into your senior manager position when you purchase a starter kit. And that order goes towards your goal of becoming a senior manager. This is a lifetime position, so which means you never have to go back to requalify. Let me tell you a story about myself where I kind of messed up, okay? I'm going to be real and this is how it is. I think Jackie will remember when I first got started, I was like, okay, I'll invest in the 335 kit, right? And it's fine. I'm on a budget. I'll do that. Okay. I realized the next day, I was like, girl, no, if I'm going to go all in, I'm going to invest in my business. I'm going to show up. I'm going to lead Sacramento, and I better have all the products. So not only did I purchase the starter kit of the 335 at that time, but I did purchase an additional one of the biggest kits, right? So, as mentioned, you can earn a total of, 6,000 SP within your 3 months of starting your business or 2,000 SP per month. So, going back, that can be obtained by, once again, your personal orders, your personal customer orders, your level one distributor orders, and your level one distributor customer orders. Now, in order for your commission to be released, you must have 3 active customers. That can easily be done as long as you're consistently showing up for your businesses by sharing Remon with others. Now, we tell our new planners to share it with as many people as possible in a short amount of time because, we're starting to realize here in Sacramento, we all have mutual friends. And our last K pop up on Sunday, I guess, said she was invited by 2 other Remon planners that are on the same team. And she was like, yeah, word, everybody is knowing about Remon. So now we're like working a little faster. Okay. Let's keep it moving. So the senior manager commission, as a senior manager, you can unlock up to 40% in commission and a 25% base commission, an additional 5% in senior manager open group. So there's an unlimited levels in your senior manager group. And when you unlock 4 levels of uni level with 1,000 SP and 10 customers are signed up. I know that's a lot that I just said, but you can definitely talk to the person who enrolled you. I myself, you can reach out to me and I can explain this to you. All right, let's keep going. So there is also a top retailer bonus group. And what that means is if you personally hit 2,000 SP with 10 active customers, you will earn an additional 5% on retail orders. Now, if you personally hit 4,000 SP with 20 active customers, you will earn an additional 10% on retail orders. Okay. For our personal order rebate program, you can earn 12 and a half cash rebate and 12 and a half Remon dollar rebate. And that's always fun when you order and then you're like, oh, I got a rebate. This is fun. And it's just a nice, you feel like you get a little discount, but really it's your rebate. Okay, so let's keep it going. Okay, so for this slide, this is a great start. This is why it's great to start as senior manager right away. Now, when you go and enroll a customer and they purchase from you, you are going to earn 30 to 40%, depending if you are going and hitting those extra retailer bonuses, right? Now, if you are a senior manager and you enroll a planner, somebody to join you in business, the planner earns 10%. A senior manager makes 30%. So you just subtract the difference, and then with what you're earning, the differential on that planner is 20%. Now, if you're a senior manager and you have a manager, the manager earns 20%. Senior manager at 30%. So you subtract the 30 and the 20, you earn the 10%. Now, if you're a senior manager, you enroll a senior manager under you, you're going to get a sponsorship commission of 5%. Now, I want you to take a look at the uni level on the slide. This is a big deal. This goes 1, 2, 3, 4 levels deep. Now, I highly suggest as you are building your team to take advantage of this. This is extra money that you don't want to leave on the table. You can unlock this by earning personally 1,000 SP and then your 10 customers. All right. All right, you guys, I guess that's it. So now it is my time to pass the baton to this wonderful woman. I personally have not met her yet, but she seems amazing. She's a retired cardiac ICU nurse. Wow. And a nursing instructor. She's been doing Riman for about 1.5 years. She became a team leader in about 6 to 7 weeks after attending her first convention. So drop some hearts and show some love for Monica Owens.
Thank you so much, Desiree. You guys, I am so excited right now. I am so excited to be here talking to you guys about Riman. And so we're going to start. First of all, I want to tell you just a teeny bit about myself. So my job today is to tell you about how you can achieve team leader and the team leader game plan, which is step 3. But what I want to show you really quickly, I'm going to share my screen. What I want to show you is what I looked like when I was trying to hit that rank. So when I first heard about Riman, I was actually working as a nurse out of state. I live in Arizona where a lot of cactus are. And I was working out of state doing a nursing first aid tent. And I thought my skin looked super great, you guys, I'm not going to lie. And my friend, it was 1 a.m. and she said, dude, you need to come wash faces with me. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. And so I went to her hotel room. I washed faces. I'm like, I already used you guys an organic, all natural skincare line for 10 years. Okay, hello, I don't even know. Okay, so that's what it looked like. And none of my friends, they're not my friends anymore because they didn't tell me how bad I looked. So now, okay, so I went home. And what you need to know is that I was praying about something that I could do because my husband is a double transplant recipient, kidney, liver. And so I couldn't work as a cardiac ICU nurse or teach nursing any longer. So I was praying for something I could do, okay? So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want you to keep those pictures in mind, only the good ones. Keep those pictures in mind when I'm telling you about the team leader game plan. Okay, so Desiree, I can see you on my screen. Can you see my slide right now? Fabulous. Okay, so what I want to teach you guys about today is about team leader. And so I am passionate about this, you guys. I accidentally started this business. I did not see a K-pop, you guys. I started in a hotel room. I came back to Arizona, ordered a kit, called my gal friend from church and said, dude, we have to do this. I don't know what it is. Got my neighbors together, came and sat in my thing. We lined up the product. I said, okay, here's step 1. Let's put this on our faces. We did not know what we were doing, you guys, but it was amazing. I became a senior manager just within a few days, and then went to my first convention, and then the mindset shifted. So this team leader rank, you guys, is the first level of leadership that Riman recognizes. So just like Desiree did a fabulous time telling us, senior manager is our first 3 months. Team leader is our most recent 5 months. So if we've got this month, then we go back 4 months. So we have our most recent 5 months, and we add it all up together to become a team leader. So I'm going to break down what that actually looks like. Okay, so we have the team leader game plan. So what I want you to see when we look at this slide is 2 things. The left side of the slide is our qualifications and our maintenance. The right side is our compensation. Okay, so left side, I'm going to break it down very simply. 2 things. 50,000 SP. But you guys, this is so awesome because this is team volume. This is team, not just you. All of our team, 5 months, 50,000. Okay. And number 2, minimum of 3 senior managers, okay? 3 senior managers, okay? 3 duplicated leaders, okay? Now, how do I maintain this? 10,000 SP. But you guys, this is team sales. This is my team in a month. All of us together, working together, having fun. Like Jackie said, we are having fun, right? And active customers, 5 active customers now for team leader, 5 people placing orders. Okay, that's the how. All right, now we're going to go into the compensation. So the important thing that I want you guys to think about here and to really understand is that team leader is where our compensation plan rewards our leadership, okay? And this is where we are earning from duplication. And I have to say, they did say I'm a cardiac ICU nurse, and that's what I did. I thought I was a super good nurse, but they never said, hey, Mo, you know what? You're doing such a great job. We are going to reward you for multiple ways that you do your job. You get many different ways to earn commission. That never happened. Okay. Maybe I got a bonus like once a year if I super rocked it out, but like that did not happen. You guys, with team leader, this is phenomenal. So I want you to look at this slide, and I don't want you to be freaking out going, oh my gosh, look at the arrows, look at the circles, look at all the words. What I want you to do is, when this really clicked for me in my brain, is team leader is about duplication. So I want you to write, if you're taking notes, really write that down. Team leader is duplication. And so and really be asking ourselves the right questions. So for me, when the business changes for you is when you start asking the questions, instead of how do I hit team leader, start asking yourself, how do I help 3 people believe that they can do it too? 3 people believe that they can do it too, right? It's our mindset shift. We're going to start shifting our mind. And so I want us to look at this slide, look at that circle at the top where it says 40% team leader. All right. A lot of people focus on that. They focus at the top and they do that. But team leaders, you guys, we are not built from the top down. And Riman knows that. Look at the arrow, you guys. I want you to look at under the circle. The arrow goes up. Why? Because it's built from the bottom up. So we don't want to overcomplicate this rank. Riman is simply asking us, can we duplicate senior managers? Okay. And so we're going to talk about compensation right here. Exciting. Desiree did a phenomenal job on the left side of the different circles, how we get paid, right? Customers now, ranks have changed, unlimited levels. Now there's no level. There's no amount that we can go down. We can go down unlimited and earn pay. We have a 40% base commission. Now we've get generation leadership match when we have team leaders on our team like Jackie. She's getting extra paychecks every month. Come on. So how about unlocking 6 levels now of Unilevel, you guys? This is so phenomenal. Okay. 2,000 SP retailer bonus is the same, and it's phenomenal. But now our personal orders, you guys, 20% cash rebate, 20% seen on the Riman dollar rebate. So what I want you to think about is, what does duplication look like? Remember, I said senior manager or team leader is about duplication. So what does duplication look like? This slide right here is amazing. This is, I want you guys to think of this slide as our 5-month snapshot of team leader. This is amazing. So this is, when you look at the senior manager bubble, just for the example, our senior manager is where our momentum is created. We have 6,000 SP to become a senior manager, right? So our senior manager, we've got one of them, right? And that creates that momentum. But as we are multiplying the senior managers, we're going to have exponential growth. And this is where team leader happens. So what I want you to see here is senior manager. Look at the first 3 bubbles under the team leader. Look at the senior manager bubbles, 3 senior managers. What did that person do? That person helped 3 people become senior manager. Remember, on this slide here, 50,000 SP in 5 months, 3 senior managers. So this person helped, in our example, 3 people become senior manager. But what did they do? You guys, they duplicated. Why? Because they're having such fun. Desiree and Jackie and Teresa, they are doing K-pops. They are rocking it out. Everybody's like, I am doing this. And what I have to say is it's an amazing place to work at Riman, because if people are not feeling good or they're in a bad mood or whatever, y'all, they stay home. So this is a great place to work, because how many jobs do we get to go to where everybody is like, I want to be here. So our guests that are there, you guys, they want to be there. And so this is exciting. This team leader helped these 3 people. And what did they do? They duplicated. So in a 5-month period, you take the team leader or the senior manager times 9, that's 54,000 SP, you guys. And so what I want you to see is that this company rewards balanced growth. We are not, team leaders not built from one giant person, okay? It is built from multiple growing of senior manager leaders. So if we think of one person, I'm going to give you a great visual right here. One person pushing my amazing black and pink F-150 lifted truck, pushing it by myself. That is exhausting if I'm trying to push it by myself. But if I have 3 people that are helping me push it, it's going to be a lot easier. And now this thing moves, you guys. And what is that? That's duplication. And so we need to start asking ourselves, how can I help more people grow? And what I want to really encourage you guys is that every team leader, you guys, every one of us here, that's a team leader. Every team leader that you know, it started with one conversation. It started with that one customer, and then the one manager, and then the one senior manager, and then we built the excitement, and we grew together. Just the excitement that, like Teresa talked about, and everyone here that's already shared. But the next slide, honestly, you guys, this is the entire secret sauce right here. And this is duplication of senior managers is the fastest way to become a team leader. And so team leader, you guys, this rank is not random. And the goal is not to become a star player. The goal is to build a team of stars. That is team leader. So what I want you to say with me, if you are like, you know what, Mo, I am going to be team leader. I want you to put a 1 in the chat. I am going to do this. Over, under, through, I'm going to do it no matter what, right? I want you to put a 1 in the chat. And I want you to say with me, I will become a senior manager duplication factory. Write that down. I will become a senior manager duplication factory. And so before we transition, what I want to say is the person that I get to the privilege of introducing has had a huge impact on me personally, but also many people in our Riman community. And so what stands out for me with Scott is just not his knowledge, you guys, because he's very knowledgeable. He knows the tech, but you guys, he has such a servant's heart, and he would serve anybody, whether or not you're on his team. He gives his time. He answers questions. He pours into you. And of course, I saw some people saying, what about the guys? He is basically a walking Riman testimonial with amazing skin. So I am excited to pass the baton to Scott right now. So take it away, Scott.
Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you so much for the introduction, but thank you so much for the amazing energy and what you told us tonight. I just have to say, I am so privileged to be on this call tonight with the amazing amount of talent and professionalism and beauty that just exudes from all of these ladies in and out. They are amazing people to get to know. And I am so excited to be here and have listened to their stories. I mean, Jackie, thank you. Teresa, amazing testimonial. So glad you're here. Go team leader. And Desiree, I mean, I can't wait to meet you finally, right? Okay, Sacramento. So we're going to get there. And Mo, of course, Mo, right? My name is Scott Allen. I am a co-team leader here in Riman with my amazing wife, Randa. And you know, the thing is, like, success just requires you to make the decision. That's all there is to it. This isn't a woman's business. This is a people's business, right? This is about people who want to make a difference in their own life, who want to make a difference in other people's lives, and who have a tool now to do so with these amazing products, because we've all seen what it can do to your skin, right? So I'm going to wrap up this call tonight. I know we have a couple of minutes left. I want to be respectful of everyone's time. So I want to go through and just talk to you about a few things that we need to finish, right? Remember, this is your orientation, and this is one of many. We have these calls every Tuesday. We have opportunity calls every Thursday. So if you didn't feel like you got everything today, that's okay. You're going to come back. You're going to plug in. The key to this business and its success is to plug in, to be there, be present, listen, learn from the amazing people that you're seeing, listen to their stories, and then rinse, lather, and repeat repeat their successes because that is exactly how this business works, right? So one of the most important parts is, right, you learned all about, hey, we start as a planner, we can get to manager, we can get to senior manager, we can get to team leader. That's 10 to 40%. I love 40%. What do I do to make all this happen, right? So the first thing is, right, back to the form. Schedule your 2K pop-ups. What's a K pop-up, Scott? It's a pop-up event, right? A Korean pop-up, K pop-up. It's any event where you get together with a person or more and introduce them to the product. Discuss it with them. Let them try it. Have a little fun demo party, right? We all do it at some level, whether it's one-on-one or 20 different people in a room. It's all about introducing the product and letting people try it on their skin. So you definitely want to schedule your first two events as quickly as possible. And by writing them down, it makes them happen, right? Then you got to make a list. Well, who could I do this with? Everybody knows a few people, right? So you probably all know at least 100 people or more. You might say, oh, Scott, I don't know anyone. I said the same thing, and then I started making a list, and I was like, oh, I actually do know a bunch of people. So make a list of the people you know that you want to contact, that you want to share it with, because they're going to be as excited as you are about the business opportunity for you, and they may even become excited enough to want to have the business opportunity for themselves, right? So have a success story. If you don't feel like you have a great story, use the one of the person that invited you. Use the one of a person in your upline. I talk oftentimes about Karen Kang and her amazing story, and I love her and Dora's story about how they got into this business, and then how my wife met with Dora because they're in the fashion business and got dragged, I'll say, but it wasn't dragged, invited to a K-pop party, right? And she was like, they threw a bunch of stuff on my face, and look what happened. And here we are, and we're just loving everything about this business. But have a story, share your story, share what happened to you. You heard some amazing stories tonight, right? I mean, Jackie and Teresa and Mo all shared some really amazing stuff. And so make sure that you have that story. And then you're attending an orientation, right? So orientation date, that's easy. Check it off. Put in today's date if this is your first one, but you can always come back. There's presentations Thursday, like I said. Your own team may have team events. Be sure to plug in, check in, see, hey, whoever invited you, are there other events I could be going to in order to learn more about this amazing opportunity, right? And make sure you put those training dates down. And then there's convention. We're going to talk about convention shortly as well. So the thing is, by sharing this product, right, we've all seen these before and after photos, and we may even have our own. This right here, this is the goal, right? We want to make people feel as good as these products possibly can. We want people to feel as refreshed, as hydrated. Mr. Tim Herr always says we are at war with wrinkles, right? We're on a war with wrinkles. There won't be any wrinkles left in the world once we're done here. And that's kind of the thing. This product is so amazing, and we don't have to think about like, well, how are we going to make this work? We have the product. That's the whole point. The company has given us this amazing thing and this amazing opportunity and the amazing option to make these commissions. All we have to do is get it out there and talk to people, right? Now, to get to those different levels, right? You start out as a planner, you want to get to manager, you want to get to senior manager. Our starter kits are one of the best ways to kind of move along as quickly as you want to do. Some people will go right up to senior manager, right? If it makes sense for you to do so, you can purchase, 3 or 4 of the premium kits, and you can level up. You need the 6,000 sales points, right? The 6,000 SP to level up to senior manager. And if it makes sense for you, I mean, not only do you get amazing products, but there's so much included in these kits. You're getting free product. And so the value of these kits is amazing. And these are only for the first 30 days of your enrollment as a planner. So you just have to make the decision. Do I want to get a bunch of singles line starter kits? Do I want to get a couple of the others? Do I want to go together with some friends and I'll buy 2 and they'll buy 2, and together, because I invited them, that'll kind of help me level up, and it'll also help them level up, right? We found that, salon and spa owners will like the basic kit and they buy like 10 or 20 of them because it's easier to sell the individual kit to individual customers. So the thing is, it's an amazing opportunity. They're here for you. These are the kits for North America. We have the kits also for Canada because it's all North America, right? So the same sort of thing. The goal is to decide how quickly do you want to achieve 20, 30, 40% commission by simply taking advantage of this amazing opportunity, right? Now, some other great stuff for this month. If you just enrolled as a planner this month and you purchase a kit at the same time you're enrolling, they're going to waive the $20 fee. Now, it's just a $20 fee, and literally that is nothing to start a business with everything you've heard about tonight. There's a website, there's a back office, there's the drive with all of the images and social media and videos and everything you need to make this business work. So you literally have to do nothing, and it's all yours for $20. But hey, we'll waive it if you just buy a kit when you sign up this month. That's amazing, right? So that's another reason to make it as easy as possible to even, maybe you already have somebody in mind. You say, I'm going to introduce my friend to this, and I'm going to save them $20 by just having them get a kit. They're going to want it anyway because they want to use it on their skin, right? And then we also have the fast start promotion. So this month, if you buy up and you level up to manager or senior manager in either 7 or 30 days, you're going to make an additional $100 to $500 cash bonus. Cash right to you, done. Just because you did what you're going to do anyway. You just talked to people, made them excited about the product, let them try the product, you leveled up, and the company's saying, well, here's some money because you did what you were going to do anyway. It's a special bonus. So it's an amazing thing for this month. You also get
Kepengen
3
aja
times travel points.
di-exportin
And
nga,
so in the travel points, it's
di-starting
really
ada
nice.
aja.
Sorry, one second here. Bloop. With the travel points, this is what we use for their Riman retreats. In fact, a bunch of us are going to Costa Rica at the end of this month because we earned enough points to go on this trip. And it's a paid for trip by Riman. That's how they treat you as business partners in this business, right? Next year, it's going to be the Bahamas. We're all fired up to get to the Bahamas together, right? So the travel points are amazing. And to get 3 times the amount of travel points by just following what you're going to do anyway, another amazing option for you, right? So you want to make sure to take advantage of any offer that comes up when they come up. The most important thing is there are always events to go to, and there's always conventions. We have 2 conventions a year. If you've just started and you've never been to a convention, I can't stress enough how important it is to get to the convention. Our next one is August in Las Vegas. It's coming up. It's going to be an amazing time. You get to meet everybody in the Riman opportunity. You get to meet from the chairman and the CEO down to the president of sales and president of North America, general sales, etc. Everybody is there, including your own upline, their directors, senior directors, the national directors. So you have this amazing opportunity to network with people that, like you, just decided to say yes one day and found themselves in probably the best opportunity known, right? So you can still get tickets to the convention. Obviously, the prices will change in July, so get them now. Invite your friends, bring your team with you. It's the best way to get excited about the business. And really, this is where leaders get made because they learn so much about the business. They get to hear from the people that actually created the products. You get to learn about new products coming out and new technologies and hear from all of these amazing people. So be at the convention. Just make it a point that this is that important for you to be there. Don't forget, you always can come back, right? Not going to learn everything in one night. So come back on Tuesday, do another orientation, invite your prospective customers or clients to the Thursday. That one is more about, letting them get introduced to the Riman product, what we're all about, a little bit more of the company history and our key ingredients, etc. So that's a great way to introduce new planners, get them interested, and then when they sign up, bring them to the orientation. But plug in. We always have plenty of events that you can go to. Riman is growing. If you haven't heard it, the plan is 50 countries in 5 years. We're already in all of these countries. It's only been 3 years since they came to North America. They came here in 2023 and it's 2026, and look at all these country names. And there's more planned this year, and there's obviously more planned for the next 2 years because there's a 5-year plan, right? So you might be growing locally right now, but you should be thinking globally. And it's as easy as, who do you know in another country, or who might you meet that knows people in one of those countries? That's how easy this business can grow. So plug in, take advantage of all the trainings, take advantage of everything you can learn, talk to your upline, ask them questions, reach out. Everybody in this opportunity that I have met has been willing and able to help answer any question you might have. It's been our pleasure to provide you with this information tonight. Again, thank you so much, everybody, ladies. You guys are truly, truly, truly amazing. I'm so glad to be part of the Riman opportunity, a part of this team, and have the ability to share this opportunity and this orientation with you all. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Ay, nako. Tapos na.